Hello everyone, Saul here from Decoding the Market. If you are new, welcome. If you are not, welcome back. Happy to be back to my channel sharing more technical analysis. Today I'm going to talk about Bitcoin and talk about something that no one has talked about until now. My focus today is simple and in the obvious that is right in front of our eyes. I invite you to follow all my ideas that I publish on TradingView and follow me on my Twitter account. I highly recommend you to check my latest Bitcoin ideas, starting with the idea I published on May the 18th, before Bitcoin drops 54% and subsequently check the other ones to get a better flow on this technical analysis. But to make the story short, let's jump into it. Okay, I want you to focus on this idea that I shared on May the 27th, the Bitcoin monthly returns, where I mentioned the next step of the big whales you should know. And I said, it is the perfect time for the new corporations to file the legal paperwork to convert part of its balance sheets to Bitcoin in anticipation of big explosion in Bitcoin in October. If you think Wyckoff events and phases was perfectly prepared for the big whales, well, they did incredibly well. The main reason is that they noticed yearly average decrease in momentum in the next 4 months. If you notice, this idea was shared on May, and this is the diminishing returns that they are talking about in the next four months. So it's June, July, August, and obviously September, which is the worst month for Bitcoin. And also, I mentioned also that Bitcoin shows a strong resistance at between 42 to 38,000 range is where the price is paying attention, along with the price that is performing below 200 MA. It means that the possible price will move in the current range sideways. And like I said, guys, I recommend you to check all these comments right here in the section below to get a better understanding where we're going in the next couple months. And also, we are facing the awareness phase, and make all this more interesting. Institutional investors are highly interested and convert their balance sheets into Bitcoin. And also, we had the first sell-off in this bull market of 54%, and currently we are in the bear trap, moving sideways. The first sell-off from the all-time highs right here from $65,000 to the $30,000 and moving sideways, that we call the trap. And as you already know, there is a lot of media attention, and you know what happened already with El Salvador. El Salvador makes Bitcoin legal tender, and also the latest news is that the crypto plans, some banks are starting to offer crypto service. The green dot means that the institutions, they are already offering crypto service. The blue dot, they are not interested. Well, maybe until now, maybe in the near future. And the yellow dot, they are considering to offer crypto service. Okay guys, I want you to be part of this. I want you to think for a moment that you are a big boy in the financial market, or even greater, a big whale in the market. And forget for a moment the dead cross indicator, the Wyckoff distribution, the 200 MA, and blah 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 blah. Okay? As a big boy or whale, you got all the sources to manipulate the market at your will, right? First thing, you notice that lately more institutions are converting part of their balance sheets into Bitcoin. Next, you will notice that the current price in the highs 50s and the mid 60s are quite high to buy. Along with this price is forming the distribution Wyckoff event and phases. I know that I told you earlier to forget about this for a moment, but I need to explain it to you this. And by the time this is forming, they are seeing the perfect setup to bring the price down. But here is where the things become even more interesting, and no one is talking about this. To convert your balance sheet into Bitcoin, you need to file the legal paperwork and be approved, and that takes around an average 90 to 120 days, meaning 3 to 4 months. If you remember, the drop of 54% was in May, and the graph is telling us that the following 4 months are going down in percentage. Last year in June, we closed an average 13.44%. This year, we closed at 11.82%, pretty much like 2% less. So that is what the large institutions are taking a look to gain time and get ready with the legal paperwork. Now let's take a look from the all-time highs, which was $65,000, and I take the liberty to add you, all of you guys, in my analysis. I add Jordan plus the CTM community, Ken Stanfield plus Alien AU11, Brandon and Heat from Trade Talk plus Irondale 13, Halving Tracker plus the Rational Root. This example is in combinations for the institutions that already hold Bitcoin and for the new institutions that are going to convert their balance sheets into Bitcoin. So right here, Jordan, he already holds Bitcoin, and he said in the live stream that he bought around this level, $40,000 and below. He accumulated more Bitcoin. For the CTM community, they just begin to file the legal paperwork in this specific day, or all these days to be exact. So for the CTM community, will take 120 days to fill the legal paperwork and be ready, and will take them around 11 and August the 11th. The same thing for Ken Stanfield. Ken Stanfield may also already hold Bitcoin, and since we got a 54% drop, he may bought at this level $35,000. And for Alien AU11, he is a new institution interested in convert the balance sheets and Bitcoin, and he just began to file the legal paperwork on this level. So 120 days will take Alien AU11 to around September the 7th. And the next one, Brandon and he from Trade Talk, they may also hold already Bitcoin, and they may buy Bitcoin or accumulate at these levels. So for Iron DAO, he just began to file the legal paperwork, and for him will take around, like I said, the 120 days will take him for around to get ready by September the 15th. He maybe will celebrate the Mexican Revolution. By the way, my nationality is from Mexico. I'm from Mexico City, and if you notice my strong accent, I apologize, but I'm doing my best to explain it to you and share my ideas the best way I can. But anyway, so for Iron 13, he will be ready by September the 16th. And for the halving tracker and the rational root, they will take probably, I put 90 days. The reason I did 90 days is because, as I said before, you need around 120, that this is the first three groups I mentioned before, and or 90 days. And for these institutions will take around September the 28th. If you remember what I was explaining to you before, around is that the next 3 months, 4 months are going down in percentage. If you were in their shoes, what would you do? I guess I know the answer. Please leave your comment in the section below. I would love to know your thoughts. If the average monthly returns play out as I show you, price will move in sideways or even lower. As I show you in my idea that I published in June the 13th, that from the 54% drop, the price will be moved in sideways in these particular levels. If I have the power, I will keep the price as low as I can to gain time and have my paperwork ready on time and wait until the end of September and buy in October and keep the price moving sideways in this particular level right here until the end of September and buy in October to get the blast off. But guys, you need to be very, very careful in the next coming months, because if you notice, June have 11.82% returns, on July 7.16, and we don't know how much would it be, if it's going to be higher or lower. In August and September pretty much is very, very, very low. And what I'm going to share right now is that the possibility that in the past years, the average returns in let's see, in August, the 2020 was for, let's see, July. In July it was 6.59, and 2016 was 7.67, and 2011 was 18.17. In August 2011, 38%, and 2014 1755, the following year 1867, the following year 7.49, and 2018 was 9.27, and 2019 was minus 4.60%. And in September, if you notice, the last 4 years, 2020, 2019, 2018, and 17, was the worst months ever. And actually, we have a 40% drop here in 2011 and 19% in 2014. So I'm not looking at the positive percent, I'm looking at the negative percent, because noticing the current environment right now, it's like you need to pay attention in those months that they could be, maybe they could be an additional drop in the future. In one of my technical analysis, I say that after the 54% may be happen and a small additional drop that between 20 to 25%, and that means if that happen, knowing this data about in September, well, I mean, the possibility exists, guys, that the price may drop from this point. Let's take a look at this moment, 33 500. If drops between 20 to 25, let's see where we are going to be. 25, let's see, 25%. We are talking about $25,000 if drop an additional 25%. If you like the content, please share some love, smashing the like button to help me to grow our community. Activate the notification bell, and why not subscribe to my channel. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Talk to you in the next video.